Yeah, these Bjorning Karok fighters, they are actually kind of scary. And we are losing a lot of our war riders right now, which is not very good. But you can see here that these guys literally don't have shields. Look at that. I can literally just shoot them. It's like shooting fish in a barrel, basically. Hello and welcome back to the last days, and we're going to be fighting some elves to begin this episode. I gotta say, I'm not really happy about this. I was trying to split these two vassals, and thankfully I was pretty successful in doing that. However, I was not expecting Muriel to actually go in for the attack. I actually thought to myself, oh, she's probably going to try and run away, because that is what she has done numerous times before. And obviously, if you know anything about Warband AI, it does tend to be quite predictable in some aspects, but unfortunately, not in this case. Not in this case. I mean, I do have to say, though, that, you know, to provide a little bit of, shall we say, props to the mod creators, I feel like whenever you play a mod that is really well made, the AI seems to act a little bit differently, and I'm not entirely sure why that might be. I don't know whether it's because of, well, random stuff that I don't quite truly understand, or whether it's actually because they have done some improvements to the AI, but whatever the case, I'm very much hoping we will achieve a victory here. Oh, wait a minute. Get him. Is that one of mine? No, that's not one of mine. He looks way too goody two-shoes for my liking. Yes, let's murder him as fast as we possibly can. The forces of evil must survive. Thank you. Okay, wait a minute. Let's just try and take... Oh, never mind. I was like, let me just try and take out that guy. No. No, not at all. That was actually surprisingly easy, but we did lose 4 units, but I suppose that's not that bad in comparison to, well, everything else. Okay, so I'm just going to have to get rid of the rotten beef here. Unfortunately, I am running out of food, so we're going to have to do something about that. Anyway, this is the other guy that I thought I might like to take down. He's currently accompanying the chief of the Vale of Anduin, and I'm actually wondering where he is. Oh, hello. Ah, they're on a very large campaign. Do you see that? Wow, that's actually kind of crazy. Hey, dwarf. Hey, come over here. Yeah, there we go. That's what we want. I don't want to fight him at night, but that is exactly what we want. This is the kind of thing we want. So I'm going to try to kind of stay with him. Going to try to move. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Oh, yeah, that is absolutely perfect. Okay, we've got him now. We've got him now. There's nothing he can do. He is divided from his reinforcements, and, well, he's done. I don't think we can really do much else to weaken him. Let me actually just go in here, level up a couple of people. I do need to return back to Rune base camp. King Thranduil is actually here. Oh, that was really risky of me. Okay, yeah, that was a little bit too risky for my liking, but thankfully it paid off, and we are okay. However, if King Thranduil had decided to come out of the garrison at that exact moment, then we would have had a huge problem on our hands. But thankfully he didn't. Okay, so let's see what I can do here. I'd like to try and level up my archery a little bit more. And obviously, against dwarves, this is probably going to be the best opportunity we have. Although, funnily enough, I think I've leveled up my archery much, much quicker against elves than I have ever done against dwarves. It's a bit strange. I suppose it is just because elves tend to use their own bows, and it makes everything so much easier to hit, because otherwise they usually have shields out, and it's a relatively difficult exercise to pull off otherwise. So yeah, anyway, I think we're pretty good here, because we seem to... Oh, no, we're suffering a couple of casualties. Gonna bring out my two-handed... Not my two-handed. Gonna bring out my one-handed right here. And there's a nice level up. Wow, Manfilth is now level 18. Who would have expected that? I would not have expected it. Okay, just murder him. Yes, take out that axe dwarf. Thank you very much. And there's another one right there. Thank you. Yes, do a little bit of extra damage. Just a little bit. Yeah, there we are. Now, bear in mind, obviously, because this is Warband, we do have to get the killing blow to receive experience, to actually gain levels, in comparison to how it is in Bannerlord, where it's more of along the lines of Oblivion or Skyrim in the way that it works, where you use a certain skill a number of times, You gain skill points or skill experience in the case of Bannerlord in those skills, and then eventually you level up as a result of that. But in Warband, it's a little bit different. You got to get the kill. You got to get the kill of your opponent to be awarded any kind of skill points at all, or experience points in this case. Okay, so otherwise, ooh, yeah, there we go. We've been promoted to rank 11 with Dol Guldur. That's actually really nice. And I'm thinking we'll take a bunch of good quality metal scraps. I'm thinking we're actually pretty good in terms of, well, everything right now. I feel like my resource points are good, my rank points are pretty decent. And Thranduil, yeah, as you can see, if he had come out at that exact moment, we would have been dead. He has 162 units in his army. That was a very smart thing for that dwarf to do, by the way. For him to go towards the Wood Elf camp, that was actually the smartest thing that he possibly could do. All right, we're going to be heading in here because I want to help these guys. We're just going to just go straight in. Just go straight in. Nothing to worry about there because we do have a number of nobles that we can rescue. Veteran horse archers. And what else do we have here? Well, not much actually. I would like to take. I don't really like taking those guys, but I'll take them nevertheless. I'll take the horse archers as well. But that was a prisoner train right there, if you didn't realize. And the prisoner train is a great way of getting some very, very fast units, and that's exactly what I've done. Because now, look at that! Yeah, we actually had a quest. Can you believe it? Look at that. So we actually have a quest right now. So look at that. Prisoners rescued so far, 18. So technically, I could rescue more prisoners if I wanted to. And I think I will try to do that if I can. But obviously, it really very much depends on opportunity and various circumstances if we are even able to pull it off. Alright, so thankfully that has now ended the duration on this task. So I don't actually have to worry about it any further. But you know, it's always going to be a good idea to continue doing those kinds of things. Okay, they won that. We should probably go and... I'm actually wondering where the next siege is going to be. Ah, here we go. We have a little bit of an interesting situation on our hands, and I'm not entirely sure what to do about this, because it is in Mirkwood. I really do not like fighting in the forest here. There's a bunch of sieges currently going on as well. This one, Keren Dolan, has just been besieged by someone from Moria, I believe, or Dol Guldur or something like that. I'm not entirely sure which one. And yeah, here's the thing. I don't like fighting in Mirkwood. I feel like fighting in Mirkwood is really, really bad for us because we are primarily cavalry. As I see a bunch of dwarves coming from over the hill there. I don't really want to help this guy out, but I feel like maybe I should. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I guess I could retreat. It's not... I mean, look, I can disengage if I want to. So we have 318 against 282. He's technically already outnumbered. This is going to be... Oh, wait a minute. This is a new type of map. Okay, this might be problematic for us. I don't really know. Okay, yeah, so we have a bunch of units. I'm literally going to be placing my units at the very back here because I am not really wanting to sacrifice a bunch of my own combat strength to assist this guy. I am gonna definitely try and help him, but I really don't want to be in a situation where I lose, like, what, 90% of my army just for saving some random guy. So we'll see if we can maybe do something here. Maybe a little bit of an archery. Oh, this is actually quite nice. This is a nice little advantage right here. This is pretty cool. Let's try and get my units up here, actually, because they are all archers after all, and it would probably make the most sense for them to be here. Oh, nice headshot, Manfil. Very good. I like it. Okay, yeah, so far so good, actually. Do we just want to charge? Maybe we just want to charge. Let's go. Okay. Let's see if we can maybe do something. I'm not holding out too much hope here because you could see that, oh dear. The Gundabad orcs are now getting absolutely massacred as I say that. Oh dear, that is not good. I'm also getting a little bit massacred as well. Murder him. Thank you. I really wish this was a flat battlefield. I really do. Okay, I'm probably going to die here. Yeah, I'm probably going to die here. There's not much I can do about that, unfortunately. Because, in general, there's just so many different things to watch out for. The environment is obviously the biggest one. Because it is very much annoying to, especially when you're on a horse, to try and get around here. Like, I don't know whether you noticed, but we're moving at such an erratic pace. It's actually crazy. All right, how many have we lost so far? Actually not bad. Not too bad. If my horse archers can actually start doing some serious... Oh, that was close. But yeah, if we can actually start doing some serious damage to the opponent, I think we might even have the ability to win. Which would be fantastic. That would basically be one of the greatest things that we could possibly do, because being able to eliminate King Brand once again would diminish their combat strength so dramatically that it would really help us out a great deal. Now, I don't know whether you noticed, but my forces are actually doing a fantastic job. I'm kind of surprised, a bit shocked as well by it, to be honest. Because usually, whenever I do these kinds of battles, I wholeheartedly believe that my forces are going to get killed first, because that's usually how it goes. But thankfully, it doesn't seem to be going that way, at least at the moment. So we'll see what we can do. I'm actually going to bring out my bow here. Hopefully these guys are not going to see fit to attack me. And I'm going to try and murder them a little bit with my bow. There we are. A little bit of damage. Oh, I'm getting stopped by some... Oh, there's an orc right in front of me. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, I didn't mean to run him down. Okay, let's just try and continue to attack. There we go, to attack that guy. He's got a shield up. That's going to be a bit annoying for us to deal with. These orcs, they just get murdered so incredibly easily. I mean, that's the point. We've got to remember that if I were to go in here in the nighttime, the orcs would be much, much more powerful. But you also have to remember that we are indeed men, and the men are then going to be much worse. So it really depends on what we want. Do we want my own forces to be really good, or do we want the AI... Oh, I didn't want to die there. Oh, never mind, never mind. I got killed by a bowman, so I didn't even get shot in the face right there or anything like that. Okay. So how are we doing? Actually, not even bad. I feel like we might win. I mean, I have 42 cavalry on the battlefield right now, which is pretty significant numbers. Gotta say that. Pretty significant numbers. And I think... How many do they have? How many does the enemy have? I'm not entirely sure what their total number is, but they are now coming up to almost 240 casualties. And they've just received more forces from reinforcements. But just look at these archers, these horse archers. They are doing so much damage. And the mountain trolls as well. They are really putting in the work. Unfortunately, because of this environment, it is making everything so much easier for the enemy to catch up to our horse archers. Without this environment assisting them, this would have been an absolute stomp. We would have been able to do this without any problems whatsoever. We probably would have sustained maybe, I don't know, 10, 15 casualties at most. But we've got 26 and counting at this point. And we're receiving more reinforcements. Seems like the enemy has taken up a very, very good position on the top of this hill here. But thankfully, the trolls are now getting inside. As you can see, this troll right here is on an absolute tear. He is murdering everything in his path. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, that guy didn't even know what hit him. Well, I think he might have. He might have seen that he was being hit by a massive lump of concrete or a massive rock or something. But there you go. That's pretty crazy. I like it. I like it. I like that. I like seeing the troll do his work because, let's face it, trolls are pretty slow. You know, they're pretty slow. They're, you know, slow in the head and a little bit slow and, you know, moving around and stuff. And, whoa, he's gone into a bit of a sprint there. Did you see that? He literally started to move much, much faster at that point. That was a bit weird. Anyway, they are quite slow in general. And actually seeing them get to a particular point where they can even deal damage, that's a pretty significant event. So I like it. I like it. Unfortunately, we did take 27 casualties as a result of this, but the enemy has been defeated, which is exactly what we wanted. And we are also going to be getting a massive, look at that, a massive 236 rank points with Gundabad, which is also very good, because that means I will be able to speak to him in just a second, hopefully, and I might be able to say to him, hey, do you maybe have some good quality special items? You know, might be able to get something from that, which would be pretty cool. So let me just speak to him right now, because I believe this is indeed the leader of that faction. So let's have a look. Ooh, look at that. He actually has a whole bunch of stuff. Look at that. Okay. What is this? Gundabad flying axes, Warg Rider helm, and Orc Heavy Armor. Right. Okay, I actually don't know how much space I have. I have none. Right. Okay, well, that's actually kind of terrible, isn't it? Okay, so Varfang, well, he's obviously a horse archer at the moment, so that really doesn't help us one bit. I really don't want to let this guy go, because I have a bad feeling that he's probably going to get eliminated relatively soon. So if I let him out of my sight, it's going to be very difficult for me to catch up to him. But I could give this to Zigafel, potentially, because she doesn't have any ranged weapon of any kind, so I guess it kind of makes sense. Why not? Why not? And now let's speak to him once more. Warg Rider helm. That seems pretty fun. What does that do? I assume it's magically imbued. Less warg upkeep when equipped. I mean, I think that could be pretty good if you are using a bunch of Gundabad units. But obviously I'm not, you know. That is kind of sad. I'm going to keep the helm just in case. You never know. Maybe I'll give it to someone or something, I'm not entirely sure. And then we have Orc Heavy Armor right here as well. So let's see what that does. What is this? Oh, it's basically just some decent armor, 26 body armor, 14 to leg armor. Obviously, this is nothing really good for us, but you never know. We might come across an orc or something like that that could potentially use it. What about this guy? Can he use it? Nah. As I thought, yeah. Orc armor is, of course, modeled on the actual orc body rather than the human body, so you can't just interchange. You can interchange Uruk armor, as far as I'm aware, because Uruks are about the same model as a human is in the game. Obviously, that is not how it is in the actual like source material or anything like that, but still, this is how it is here. Okay, so yeah, that's what we're going to do. All right, so I'm just going to wait until we get like an orc companion or something like that, and then we'll see what happens with him. All right, so let's go for some intelligence with Mr. Varfang here. And I'm thinking we'll probably... Should I give him some shield skill, or... I'm actually not entirely sure, to be honest. I'm thinking maybe we'll just go for some more mounted archery, because he is technically a mounted archer, and because he's AI, and AI is kind of silly sometimes, I'd like him to be as effective as he possibly can be while moving, because if we don't do that, then it might be a little bit problematic. Zigafel, I'd like to use this guy. Yeah, there we go. Fantastic. That was the perfect unit to use, and now we have another werewolf. Fantastic. These guys are super, super fun to see in combat. All right, so run away, Mr. Berza Crual, if that is indeed your name. Yes. Okay, hopefully he's going to be able to escape. Oh, I actually need to go this way, amusingly enough. Okay, well, hopefully these guys are not going to turn around and try to ambush me, but it doesn't seem like that is the case. Okay, so those are both no longer under siege, which is kind of interesting. So that means that Karen Dolan is actually still under siege. Yes, it is. Interesting. Okay, so we'll obviously see what happens a little bit later on with that. I should really take a look at my recent messages, because I don't think I can actually see that any further. No, I can't see that any further, because the combat scenario actually happened, so it spammed the text log, so I can't see any more of those recent messages, unfortunately. So I can't see who exactly was deciding to besiege that. Okay, ooh, what's happening here? Oh, hello there. Yes, indeed, I will help you. Alright, let's go in. I'm just gonna do auto-resolve. Just gonna do auto-resolve. There we go, just get those guys done. And, oh, maggoty bread. I wouldn't mind taking some maggoty bread, actually. I could... I really need... You know, I really need an inventory management, don't I? Right? I think I think I need some inventory management, yeah? So, I think we should probably do that. Let's go for another point in strength. Let's go for 1 point in inventory management. I mean, I'd love to do something else, like, I don't know, shield, or weapon master, or power strike. Any of these could be better options. But just for the sake of usability at the moment, I'm going to just go for 1 point in inventory management. Hopefully that's not going to, you know, permanently diminish how good our character can potentially be. But it's kind of necessary for the finer workings of looting stuff. And I think that's kind of important. So I think that was Master Bolg, actually, besieging Keren Dolan. And that has not gone well for him, as you can no doubt tell. Okay, so, ooh, Rohan has rallied. That's interesting. These guys have also rallied. Okay. Right. And here's Esgarain. Okay, I obviously can't do battle with him right now. I would like to do battle with him, but there is no way that I'll be able to do that. Wait a minute. Oh, he was defeated? Why didn't he run? You silly. Why didn't he run away? I have no idea why. But, oh well. Never mind. Urukai Outpost has been besieged. Let me actually just take a quick look where that is. There. Right. Okay, well that's not really anything I can do. I can't do anything about that, at least. So, yeah. Okay, so yeah, basically what we can do is literally just try to make sure that Rune is okay, and if we see Rune doing anything specific, then we should just go over there as soon as possible and try to help them out. And that's pretty much it. Like, for example, this. There you go. Fantastic. Okay, so he's actually started to do that, which is really good. Okay, so first off, is that actually better than what I have? No, don't think so. All right, so first off, I'd like to speak to this guy. Group of particularly troublesome goblins. Okay, yeah, no, I'm not a big fan of doing that right now. Is there anyone stationed here right now? No, no one is here. Oh, okay. Well, that's actually kind of terrible. Because I was hopeful that maybe I could speak to a couple of them and basically just go, hey guys, would you mind, you know, giving me a task for like metal scraps or something like that? Because I have a whole bunch of those and it would make a lot of sense for me to take that quest. But I have so many resource points as it is. I don't even know whether I should even bother running around with those things anymore, to be honest. Don't know whether it makes any difference. I've also brought you some prisoners, so I'm basically just gonna put these guys in here because we don't eat, you know, we don't eat flesh as it is. So, you know, we'll just do that. And yeah, so we're gonna be basically just selling a lot of this. I'm gonna keep 5 just in case I come across a task that actually requires that. And we're going to put the beef at the very top because that should be consumed first, or at least I hope it will be consumed first. And I'm also going to be purchasing a couple of extra horses. And we're going to be purchasing just these 3, I guess. Because 3, actually 6 is the maximum, and that's exactly why I'm purchasing another 3, because I already had 3. So, yes, if I can stop saying 3 now, then that would be fantastic. I'm driving myself mad with that. Okay, very good. Right, so now it's all good. Now we are fine. Rohan has now become average once again. Okay, so that's good to know. They're just on the cusp of just being relatively strong there. The Haradrim camp has now been besieged. I know someone actually mentioned to me a long time ago when I was playing this before that I say Haradrim wrong. So if you too think that I say it wrong, then I apologize, but I suppose it's Heradream, potentially? Heradream or something like that? I don't know. But in general, if I do say it wrong, then, you know, please forgive me. You know, sometimes it happens. It happens. Okay, let me actually just take a look here. I'd like to see if I can maybe get... yes. These Noble Riders. Noble Riders is what I want to get, and the Outriders as well. I would like to get them as much as possible. So I'm going to take one of these, and I'm going to be giving the Tribal Warriors over here and the tribesmen. And can I take these? Please, please, please. I'd love to be able to. I would love to be able to take them, but no, I can't do that, unfortunately. Okay, so yeah, let's just get the noble riders to replace the ones that we gave in there, and then that's absolutely fine. There we go. All right, you got the stash as well, so I'd like to buy some maggoty bread and that. And should I buy some beef? Yeah, let's buy some more beef, and then I'll just put it at the top because that will be consumed first, hopefully. And there we have it. Okay, yeah, so by the way, 6 horses is what you need to move the maximum speed that you can on the world map. That is how it works in Warband, at least. In Bannerlord is very different. So let's move on. Let's move on and see what we can do. Woodsman Village is under siege, and we want to try and assist Jarl Helkaroth as much as we possibly can. Oh, there's Master Furno. Hello there, sir. Yeah, he just gives us Orc Brew. That's basically it. Do you have any tasks? I want you to recruit your own scouting party. Okay, yeah, not a big fan of doing that, so I will not be doing that right now. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's see what's happening here. Brodder is here. Kusalak. Wow, everyone is here, actually. That's kind of amazing. Okay. Oh, if they do... they're actually... Okay. Oh, this is bad for them. They have made a fatal mistake. And I'll tell you why in just a second. Let me just level up a couple of extra people, and then we'll go in, shall we? Yes. Boom. Whew, before the dwarves got in there. That was really, really good. Okay, so we have 392, and now I'll tell you the mistake that they made. Look at the battlefield, okay? Look at the battlefield. It's absolutely fantastic. This... Oh, thunderstorm. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is actually kind of problematic because the archers are now going to have difficulty in this weather. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be kind of problematic. But here's the thing. If they had decided to attack the guy that was just on the border of Mirkwood and the flat plains, then we would have been in Mirkwood, and we would have had infinitely more difficult times ahead. However, right now, that is not the case. They decided to attack the vassal that was in the that was on the plains battlefield. And now, this is what they are going to have to deal with, which is actually fantastic. Or at least I hope it will be fantastic, because I personally feel like we should have an overwhelming advantage here. Should is the operative word there, because obviously I think that in general most of the enemy do not have shields. Most of them have two-handed weapons, and we are seemingly losing a lot of units. I'm not entirely sure why that is, but apparently that's how we roll nowadays. Yeah, these Bjorning Karok fighters, they are actually kind of scary. And we are losing a lot of our war riders right now, which is not very good. But you can see here that these guys literally don't have shields. Look at that. I can literally just shoot them. It's like shooting fish in a barrel, basically. And that is the reason why I was actually hoping that we would fight them in this kind of battlefield. Because even though our archers seem to be having some problems, quite clearly having problems with the weather, not entirely sure what kind of accuracy deficit they may receive, but it is making things a bit more difficult than it should have to be, in my opinion. But, you know, we're killing a couple. And as you can see, my Balkoth horse archers are at the back here as well, which is really nice. I always found in the past, whenever I fought Rune, that their horse archers do tend to move to the back, which is really nice, because then it kind of forces the opponent, or my own forces at the time, to look in that direction. So they're kind of torn between looking at the front or looking toward the horse archers in the back, which really did open up a great vulnerability in the enemy's forces. So yeah, that's really, really nice. Unfortunately, we are losing a lot of units still for some reason, but I guess that's just how it goes. Can't really do much about that, especially considering these guys all... They have shields, actually. That's the reason, I think, why we're having some difficulties here. Bear warriors. Oh, yes, I remember those. Oh, yes, I remember those very, very vividly. Bear warriors are actually very good at what they do. They have a lot of HP, and in general, they are some of the higher tier units, I believe, at least, that the Vale of Anduin has available to them. Dwarves are kind of hard to hit when you're on horseback. There we go. Nice. Come on, some more kills here, please. Some more kills. Yes, man filth. Very good. Oh, yes. Look at how many kills I'm getting right now. It's actually kind of insane. You'd never get these many kills in Bannerlord, really. You wouldn't. It's just not that way, you know. The AI is just so incredibly on the ball, like very, very supernaturally good in Bannerlord, you know. They generally will turn on a dime and headshot you or something like that. They'll be really, really fast. And I mean, look at this. They probably would have killed me in Bannerlord here, but they didn't kill me right now in this game. So that's nice. I like it. I like it. It you know, kind of improves the enjoyment a little bit for me, because I am not exactly the greatest. You know that. You know, I'm not esports level by any means. So generally, having a little bit of forgiving environment, especially considering I could get murdered at any point, is quite nice. And these guys all use massive two-handed axes as well. Got to be a bit careful of those. Okay, so how are my forces doing, by the way? Because I seem to be running out of people that are actually helping us. How many people have I killed right now? I have no idea. My horse is taking massive damage, and I am now literally running out of HP with it, unfortunately. I really do not want it to become lame. I've killed 45 enemies. Wow. I've literally killed 45 enemies. That's actually kind of amazing. Okay, why are they over there? Do you see those guys? They literally are at the very edge of the battlefield, and they are not listening to my commands. I assume they have run away for some reason. I actually don't know why they did that. Okay, I'm going to try and take these guys down. Yeah, so what's actually going on with these fellows? You see that? Yeah, I think they're running. I think they're routing. Okay, we're going to have to actually retreat here. I'm not entirely sure if I can do that with this guy attacking me. There we go. Okay, so now we can retreat. Unfortunately, we will have to disengage, even though, look at this, we have 169 troops available for battle. Why are we having to disengage? Surely we shouldn't have to, right? Let's go back in and see what we can do. Okay, so I think that was a bit of a bug, potentially. A bit of a bug with the current formations of our forces, or maybe a bug with the Horse Archer AI. That has happened before. As you can see, look at the map right now. These guys right here down at the bottom, they are running over to the right side because they are being told by their Horse Archer AI that they want to try to flank the opponent, you know, as much as possible. And yeah, that's actually exactly what they should be doing. Unfortunately, they sometimes get into a situation where they're just not doing that in a forward motion. They're kind of just like, oh, yes, going over here? Okay, great. And then they just go over to the edge of the battlefield, and that's where they stay for the remainder of the fight, which is obviously not very good. So, thankfully, we are going to achieve victory here, but it was no thanks to those blasted horse archers, that's all I can say. They really did not help us out one bit, and we were almost having some pretty major problems. But there you go. Not too bad. That is indeed a victory for us now. And now I'm going to have to get out of here. I'm going to have to get out of here as soon as possible, because the amount of damage that I've sustained now is way too much, in my opinion. Just way too much. But look at that, 249 rank points. I mean, obviously I don't really care about actually having additional rank ups now with Rune, although that does improve my army capacity. You've got to bear that in mind. Every single rank that I gain gives me additional army capacity in some way or another, so that's really nice. But yeah, I'm not going to be getting any additional, you know, any additional items or anything like that. So I suppose it's not that big a deal, but it's always good, you know? It's always good to gain that that army capacity. Okay, so wait a minute. This guy needs to go away, and I need to take that berserker. Thank you very much. There we are. Okay, so we have a couple more good quality metal scraps. I'll take a couple of those to sell, and then we'll move on. Okay, so yeah, these dwarves, I'm gonna have to leave. I personally don't think I will be able to do too much against them, because my forces are there? Yep, as you can see, all of my horse archers, all of my good horse archers, shall we say, are completely eliminated, and I really don't want to go into a battle like that. Jarl Helkaroth, though. Oh, that is actually hilarious. These dwarves are going to get murdered now. Okay, I'm going to basically just stick around here for a real quick second. I'm going to level up my strength to the next point. I'm going to go for another power drawer as well, and then we'll go for a little bit in one-handed and two-handed weapon proficiency. I'm just going to... Dale's now turned up. Yeah. Okay, I was actually wanting to wait here for some time. Kusalak has been defeated. This is not very good, actually. Yeah, I feel like he's going to be defeated now. I mean, I can't really do much, you see. That's the thing. I didn't really want to go in there and then have a situation happen where we need those horse archers and we just don't have them. You know what I mean? So, yeah. That is kind of sad. Well, one thing that I want to do is I want to take a look at the faction strength report, because it's been a while since we've actually taken a look at this. As you can see, Dale is looking really, really bad right now. They only have about 1,300 combat strength. Rune, on the other hand, look at Rune's combat strength. It's 5,500. I can't believe it. Also, Mount Gundabad, look at that, 5,400. Dol Guldur is doing okay. Not too bad. Moria is doing okay as well. But the Vale of Anduin's doing terribly. Erebor, I think, is doing alright. They're not doing too badly. At about 3,000 there. But Dale and the Vale of Anduin, they're basically done. They're basically done. I don't think there's anything that they can really do. Harad is having some problems as well. They're at 2,500. But the elves around here are not really looking that strong at all. What about the Woodland Realm? Oh yeah, the Woodland Realm's also doing pretty badly. So I'm happy with this. Yeah. I'm happy with this so far. Unfortunately, Dol Guldur is underneath the faction strength that is required for a siege to begin. So there is obviously that problem to go through as well. Umbar is also having some problems. They have 1,800, almost 1,900 combat strength. Let me actually just take a quick look here. I wouldn't mind helping out Cand, to be honest, because Cand has some very, very good cavalry, and I wouldn't mind utilizing those somehow. But yeah, the Haradrim camp is having some problems. Umbar is obviously right next to Gondor, so I wouldn't be surprised if they are going to fall first. But I suppose we'll see. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.